Hello, welcome to Kent Beer Reviews. Thanks for joining me again for another beer, believe it or not. And we got another beer from the Poppels Bryggeri. I'm probably butchering that up. As you can see, it's an India Pale Ale. It's coming in at 6.5% ABV, 50 IBUs. There's the bottle cap. I purchased this beer at the BottleShop in Canterbury. These guys are out of Västra, Götalands, I think that's pronounced the way it's being pronounced. This will be my third beer from this brewery. I've had the double IPA back in November, and I've just cracked open a nice session pale ale. So this is a step up. It's a bit more bitterness, a bit more of an ABV. I got quite a big hiss off the last beer, so let me just make sure. I don't mind if that gets wet. Right, yeah, look at that. It gives it a real big hiss, and then all of a sudden it shuts up, you know. So there's about an inch and a bit there of them big bubbles after that opening. Let's pull this baby out then. Nice hiss. Leave it like that for now. Let that calm down a bit. So at this stage, it's very clear, very kind of, well, the way I poured it, hardly any head at all on that side. It's just trying to form a ring around the top there. Yeah, it's kind of a light orange colour really. Small compact bubbles streaming through. Fairly clear, slight hop haze maybe. It looks like it's more of a filtered beer. Let's get an aroma then on this IPA. Slight kind of pine edge. Nice. There's a slight citrusy bitterness coming through the nostrils. Hints of grapefruit. All very subtle. Some light stone fruits. Maybe some peaches or something. Slightly sweet. Smells decent. Let's give it a whirl. Cheers. Oh, wow, that's smooth. Lovely smooth mouthfeel. And by these little tightly compact bubbles and a very small carbonation, kind of give me a clue that it could be potentially one of them smooth mouthfeels. Oh, that's nice. Nice sort of kind of grapefruit juice, slight hints of mango, bit of pineapple. Decent beer this. Decent beer. Now it doesn't look like there's any kind of particulates in this, so I can see right through the bottom of the bottle. As you can see, it's not clouded up at all. Nice. It's none of that acidity that you sometimes get on these kind of hazy IPAs. I pick up quite a bit of acidity, and I get quite a lot of. I mean, this is my first few beers today for a week, so I've let my body calm down a bit. But I've been finding that I've been getting a little bit kind of indigestion and stuff, and I think it's sometimes due to all the acidity in some of these beers. I'm not picking up that at all in this one. There's a slight woodiness there. Pine, as I've said. Slightly dank, not too much, but just enough to let you know that it's a slightly bigger beer. You are picking up a little bit of that kind of malt build. Not because it's an old beer or anything like that. This has got a best before date of the 25th of April of 2018, so I'm reviewing this on, well, it's just gone midnight, so I'm still going to call it the 28th, which was not even half an hour ago, 20 minutes ago. It's decent beer, decent beer. As for a rating then, I guess this is more in the kind of a West Coast style. It's very difficult because you get a lot of breweries. I mean, they're not saying it's West Coast, but there's a lot of breweries that say, oh, West Coast Pale Ale or West Coast IPA or whatever. And sometimes it can be a little bit misleading because you don't actually know whether it actually is or not. Here in the UK anyway. It could be. It may not be. It's kind of one of them. Not having had too many West Coast style beers, knowingly anyway. I think I've had one or two, but then you always question it, is that actually West Coast? Anyway, I'm going off a tangent. I don't know if I gave a rating, because I'm pro. It's nice. It's a nice beer without being kind of over the top, but there's enough there to keep you interested, kind of thing. So I'm going to give that an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 from me. If you've had this beer from Poppels Bryggeri in Sweden, this is their India Pale Ale, 6.5% and 50 IBUs. Put your comments down below, it'd be great to hear from you. Thanks for watching. I'll put my craft beer playlist from Sweden down there as well, and then of course if any of my other fellow beer tubers have had this beer, then their links will be down there as well. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, that really would be great of you. Give us a thumbs up on the way out, and I'll see you shortly for another review. Cheers.